Hello, 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 dreamers, and welcome to PERLA'S DREAMs. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and see, Gemini. What do we have for you, for this month? I keep on picking up this energy with you guys, and Gemini of like walking away. So like, imagine like you walk into a room and you came to get something, and then you are walking. So let's say, how can I use the example? Okay, so let's say I walk into this room and I came to get like this lighter, right? And then I walk into the room, I see the lighter, I pick up the lighter, I look at it, and I put it back down, and then I walk out of the room. And as I'm like passing the threshold of the door, I look back and I'm like, wait, I came to get the lighter. So then I go back, grab the lighter, and then walk out. And it's almost kind of like this energy of like, what is it that you have forgotten, or what is it that you are forgetting? Is the energy for this month of like double checking something, or double or like double looking at something. uh so okay, so for some of you this does have to, it does have a lot to do with the connection that ended. And some of you are like, wait, I finished this, wait, I we ended this, what are you doing back over here? And it's like, there is somebody that is like texting you or is reaching out to you, and you're looking at the text and you're like, oh, that's nice. And then it's like you're responding, right? You're typing down what it is that you're gonna respond, and then you're just like, no, wait, I said I was done with this, and then you delete it and just like reread their text and just laugh off, right? It's almost kind of like that energy. Something is trying to get your attention real bad, but it's also trying to distract you from other things. So for those of you that this is like an ex that keeps coming back, or is keep continuously trying to reach out, it's like you need to stand, and you need to stand your ground when it comes to the decision that you made, that you were done with this person, right? um Stand your ground is pretty much what do you have to do when it comes to that space of something or someone from your past trying to come back in. This is something that there is there is no need to like reevaluate. There is no need to go back into the space. And let's go ahead. Alrighty. There is an abundance energy of love and fulfillment that is filling your space this month, where you're in the space where you feel like you're finally getting traction in something, you're finally moving forward when it comes to like yourself, as far as like the goals that you have set for yourself, like financially, the goals that you have set for yourself career wise. In love, we still got that, you're still working through that space, right? But when it comes to, do I want to say materialistic? Yeah, materialistic goals, right? Your career, your finances. When it comes to those things, you have a pretty good you have a pretty good hand on where it is or how it is that things are unfolding, how it is that things are progressing. And for a lot of you, these steps that have gotten you to your sorry guys, that have gotten you to your prosperity have happened, or are happening for those of you that are still not there, without the need to like second guess yourself, without the need to doubt yourself. You're just kind of like launching forward and just like trusting that your intuition is guiding you in the correct way, in the correct path, to the correct path. Is that the way that I want to word it? Yes. So there's definitely a huge sense of fulfillment here for you guys. Now, this whole situation with the love, or I feel that is like the only space in your life that you're really like kind of like questioning yourself, or you're kind of like asking yourself like, wait, am I really done with this? And it's like, yeah, you are really done with this. I don't know. I'm picking up this energy of somebody that is like a very good, like, they're very good with their words. They're very good with like talking their way out of situations. They're very good with persuasion. With, ooh, I don't like that. You see manipulation. So whoever it is that you were dealing with is a very, they're a very good manipulator. So they know exactly like what to say or how to say it to get the response or the reaction, whether regardless of which one they're looking for from you. And a lot of you have realized that that is not that this person so much as like love you and you're their world. It's just they, and I know this is gonna suck, but they learned how to manipulate you, and now you're finally awakening to that space of like, shoot, like this person was manipulating me this entire time. um and you're recognizing those red flags, those signs that maybe in the past you may have overlooked. It's, a lot of people get sometimes want to get offended like, oh no, nobody can ever. You know what, we have all been manipulated at one point or another in our life, and we have all manipulated others in one in one way or in one form or another in our lives. We are, none of us are free from it, and none of us are free from it happening to us. It is when we become aware of what it is that we are doing, or when what we are doing to others, that change can actually happen. That is when the growth actually happens. If you've never been manipulated, if you've never manipulated, then how are you supposed to grow within that energy? And that's kind of like the way that you have to kind of like look at it. If you're being triggered by me saying that you've been manipulated by somebody else, because a lot of you, I am definitely picking up this energy of like a lot of pushback of people like, oh, well, I've never been. Yeah, sweetie. Whether you want to admit it to yourself or not, then that's a completely different topic. But you have been manipulated in one way or another by somebody romantically. And the beauty in it now is that you're able to identify the manipulation, and then you're able to put a stop to it. And Gemini is, I always say it, and I don't know why, because I'm not a Gemini. I'm not. I am a Capricorn, but for whatever the reason, most, I want to say probably about like 80% of my clientele is they are Gemini, and a lot of my very good friends are Gemini, and I don't know why we're pulled that way. So as with all the other signs, I'm always brutally honest with what it is that I'm seeing, and there is this energy, this pushback that I'm picking up at the moment, of like, no, that's not me, no, that's not me, and it's like, it is okay, because remember, in that space of recognizing something, in that space of analyzing and of reviewing things, you're able to grow. So don't look at the fact that you have been manipulated in the past as a space to put yourself as a victim. No, because that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that now you're able to recognize it before it even begins. You're able to recognize the energy behind manipulation, so that when anybody, regardless of whether it's romantic, whether it's platonic, is coming towards you energetically in that space of manipulation, you know that it's coming, and you know how to handle it. You know how to respond. And now you know not to fall for that manipulation again. Alrighty, let's go ahead and see. Uh, for those of you that are into like, or were, let's put it this way, into like dressing up. Now they're showing me high heels. Again, if you are a man and you don't wear high heels, then take it as, somebody that suits up, right? That is always looking fresh, etc. But there is this expansion this month in the way that you physically look and the way that you're physically carrying yourself. There is this space of like, if you were somebody that, like, let's say if you're a female and you used to wear a lot of dresses and a lot of high heels, and your hair was always on point, your makeup or whatever, and maybe you in the past few months kind of like we're going through challenges or whatever, and kind of like spaced away from it. It's like you're getting back into that space where you're dressing up. You are, it's almost kind of like, it's not so much that your image is important as far as like how others are seeing you. It's more about like how you feel when you are dressed up. It's how you feel when you look a certain way. It's almost kind of like, and again, we're all in different spaces of our life, but for you guys at this moment in time, putting your, like, presenting yourself physically in a certain way allows you mentally to take up more space physically wherever you are. Does that make sense? I hope it does, because that's the way that it's coming through to me. And again, we all have, some people feel more comfortable in sweats and t-shirts than they do in dresses and high heels, and vice versa, right? Some guys feel more comfortable in sweats and t-shirts than they do in a suit. So whatever it is, like, that promotes that space in you to feel like your authentic self, that image, that look, that is what you're moving towards this month. And it's actually quite beautiful. I like it a lot for you guys. So let's go ahead and let's pull out an oracle card as your advice or your final message for this reading. So you have the sword, which talks about make the change. And again, I feel that a lot of you are in the space where you're actively making changes, and it's beautiful because you've been able to realize, and you have been able to kind of like pinpoint where certain things were coming from, or where certain things came into creation for you, whether that was a way of speaking to yourself, or a way of carrying yourself, or whatever it is. And you're making those changes this month, and you should be really proud of yourself. There is a big life change you've been thinking of making for a while now. This is a sign that you need to trust your instincts and take the leap. Whether you're thinking about cutting your hair or finding a job better suited for you, do the thing and do it with confidence. And again, this is the energy for you guys this month, is to make those changes, to really identify the things that need to go, and the things that need to stay, the things that need to grow, and the things that you need to walk away from, or you need to step back from. Well, guys, that is all that I have for you at this moment. As always, thank you for all your love and support. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing to the channel. And if you haven't done so, go ahead and do so. We would love to have you. Sending every single one of you love, strength, and blessing, guys. Take care. Love you all. Bye-bye.